is what it is. Hi, welcome to my first video where I'm gonna try to narrate. I've never done this before, but I think it's gonna be okay. I started a painting. It's just a self-portrait with a mask on, and I did it on top of a commission that got cancelled. All my commissions always get cancelled, so they hype me up and then they shoot me down. And that's my reality. I don't know. Maybe it's just like an emerging artist thing. I don't know. So yeah, I'm trying to do a series of paintings where there's an element of like fire involved. And I try to do self-portraits at least once a year, but it doesn't always work out. I think I forgot last year. Oh well. So, I'm going to be using two brushes. They're both kind of cheap, especially this one. This one's like really cheap, but it's rough and that's what I want. I want a rough so that I can scratch. This one's softer. I'm probably going to use it less. But I think Raphael's a good brand. I think they stopped making paintbrushes. Not sure. I have some paint from the tube. Nothing's mixed yet. It's gonna be very like simple palette. I'm trying to limit my palette because I always put too many colors and then it just looks like poop. And in my pasta sauce jar I have some recycled solvent. I'm not gonna use solvent much, but just a bit, especially at the beginning. Ooh, let's start. So let's open that. Put that there. And put some here. So that's good for now. Yeah, it's not super planned, it's very spontaneous. I only did like a rough outline. I was trying out some things with this pink pencil, but I didn't like it, so it's just gonna be more simple. And all I used was some raw umber to just make some outlines and some shadows. Nothing too serious. Okay, let's try to get through this. I'm gonna start with this cadmium. And I'm gonna fill in the background first because I want the background to be fiery. And I don't mind if I get on the actual outline because most of it's gonna get covered anyways. And I think it's gonna make a nicer shadow color if I leave some showing in the final layers. I hope this video is not boring. I'm gonna try to be entertaining, but I'm also not gonna force it. I don't like when people sound very fake in their videos. I don't know, it's also gonna be weird hearing my voice in a video, because I'm sure it's like, I'm sure everyone gets annoyed when they hear their voice recorded. And yeah, so that's the first step, and then it's gonna have to be editing, and I'm so bad at editing. I'm probably just gonna upload this as is. So now I'm just filling in the background. I'm not gonna really keep it like this until the end. It's just since the first layers are always the brightest because they're on a white background. It's gonna make some really nice highlights afterwards. So we're just gonna relax and talk. I hope I can entertain some of you, or maybe teach. I don't know. Do I want to be a teacher? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, every contemporary artist's goal is to be a contemporary artist without having to resort to teaching or selling out your vision. But I also don't mind if I have to hustle a bit so I can make something of myself. That's just like reality. So I don't have a reference. I had a reference, but I didn't pull it out now. If I need it, I'll get it back. It's just a very like ugly selfie that I took at work. And yeah, I took it at work. I was bored because I finished work at 1:30 and it's very long and there's nothing to do for an hour. Well, I mean, there's always something to do, but I choose not to do. I guess that's the right answer. I'm gonna try to keep it in the frame. I have like a little preview on my laptop, right? Where's the thing? Right there. But it's really off screen. And I'm not wearing glasses right now, so I can't really see what I'm doing. But we're winging it. I also don't know how long this video is going to be. There's a timer. I'm already at 7 minutes. And I don't know, I usually watch YouTube videos of people painting or drawing or playing video games, and I like the 2-hour videos. Those are the most relaxing. You can put it on, the person's talking and you're just doing your thing, living life. My favorite YouTubers right now are Picaspri. I really like his Yu-Gi-Oh playthrough, False Bound something. That's fun. It's fun how they make Yu-Gi-Oh games so random. And I really like how the card game has evolved. A lot of people don't, but I really do. I like Link Monsters. Link Monsters are super fun. What else is fun? I don't like, this is probably an unpopular opinion, I don't like Xyz summoning. Why don't I like it? I don't know. The number monsters really don't interest me. They're kind of boring. I really don't like Utopia's effect. I don't like getting rid of Xyz material to do effects. It's kind of obnoxious. But that's really subjective, so obviously some people like it. Yeah. So I'm gonna make like a dirty color now, a dirty shadowy color. I'm using some dark green. It's like a, what is it? It's like a forest green. I don't have them next to me because my painting section is way over there. Where is it? Oh my god. Way over that way. And this is like my drawing section and my desk. And this is where I do recordings. I've been trying to do time-lapse videos of little Yu-Gi-Oh drawings. That was fun. It was really fun. But like obviously they don't get any views. But I just started, so chill, bro. So how do we feel about this color? Not super into it. Let's make it a little more greeny. And yeah, I think I like that more. So I'm being very scratchy, which makes it very transparent, so I can still see my drawing from underneath. obviously we're gonna see some of these colors peek through as we build up layers. It should be darker though, I think, and more gray. So let's add some red. And a little more white. And yeah, so the brush is really rough, so I don't have to be gentle with it. It's very inexpensive brush, so I can abuse it and I don't care. What is this? Noble, it's like 99-cent brushes. I think, I don't know, maybe it's expensive. So, as you can see, I'm going over the initial drawing, with the brown initial drawing, so it's gonna get covered. It's not gonna stay there. And I'm just trying to maintain the outline, because I'm gonna do like a, I think like a spotlight kind of lighting, so it's gonna be very head on. And I want to do like maybe some kind of red light or orange light that's like radiating from the side, because the background is going to be in flames. But like I said, very spontaneous. I don't know what I'm doing 100%. Someone can interrupt me at any time. And you can probably hear background noises. There's 2 cats living with us right now. They're my sister's cats, and one of them just broke a picture frame, so it is what it is. So now we're gonna make the eyes. I'm just gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna go get some paper towels. So I have a roll of shop towels, and I just got a piece. I'm gonna dip it in my solvent. Clean my brush a bit. I still want it to be dirty though. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're still in the first layers, so the first layers are rough layers. I'm gonna take some blue, some white, mix it, and because my brush is dirty, it's going to dirty it, which is what I want. And that's going to be the sclera. Perfect. So that's the sclera. So aside from the little white highlight that's gonna be there, or maybe I'll make it like a color. Maybe it'll be the background color, the same kind of intensity. So aside from that little point of highlight, this is gonna be the brightest white in the portrait. So this is gonna be the same darkness. But it's not going to be that color, or maybe it could be. I find it's fun painting when you're faced with unknowns, and then you can just wing it. Because if you have like a predetermined, well, I have a predetermined idea, but if you have a predetermined image that you're just trying to copy, you become like a photocopy machine. And or like, what's the point of that? Well, there's still a point to that, because painting is different. You can see brush marks. Each decision you make is known to your viewer. I also think painting has become, or art in general has become too academic and too strict. Strict, but also anyone can be an artist, which is the opposite of strict. But no one can be a good artist. Not everyone can be a good artist, which I don't know. Art is very subjective. Art taste keeps changing. What's popular now is like modern art, like abstract. Not in the art market, but like what consumers are, like the trashy art, the ones you see at Winners and Marshalls. Like obviously it's been 50 years since modern art. Even more, well, way more. It's been a while since then, so like if the public is just starting to see modern art and abstract art, it's kind of sad. So are they really the best people to refer to what is popular? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I think about stuff like that often. It's fun to know what's popular, what isn't. It's also fun to like make popular art because you kind of like see what the hype is. As long as you like don't lose your roots. But it's fun seeing the hype. So this mask is going to be bluish. It's going to be a nice complementary from the orange background. I'm also going to do little stickers on it just to give this portrait a bit of personality because it's very dead looking, which is what I want. So I want like someone who's existential, like existential dread because of the state of the world that's in shit. However, there's still fun to have in this world. And I'm not scared to paint thick. I think it's nicer, in fact, if there's like some thick areas. But since this is a very stiff, cheap, rough brush, it's not gonna let me put on a thick, smooth layer, which is what I want, so that I don't lose control from the beginning. And I also like the mark making. I like these little scratchy lines. I don't know if they show up in the video. Probably not. And yeah, I'm making this video. I'm not really, like, I can be a talker. I like talking, but I don't really like burdening people with my thoughts. I'm also a very shy person in general. And I don't know how many people would be interested in me painting. It's fun. So that's too dark. That's similar. I want this similar to the forehead. 20 minutes down. Let's make it a bit darker. It doesn't even show in the video. Ooh. So this portrait's going to be very foreground background. I could put something coming here, but I also don't like when artists try too hard. I feel like there's a lot of people just adding and adding and adding and adding, and it kind of becomes tacky. Not the subject matter, but the technique becomes tacky, because the subject matter could be anything, and it can be super interesting subject matter. We use for the, here's going to be a little shadowy area, so let's just put that. In the ear, I want a very bright ear, because ears are very transparent, and it's very cute if there's a little bit of red showing through. Let's do red with some orange, more orange. So like, I don't know how much that shows on the video, but it's very fluorescent. Okay, so let's start making some fire in the background. I'm gonna find a reference just to have some kind of guidance. I don't like any of these pictures. I found a fun picture. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to be stippling right now, just to create the shape of the fire. And I'm also going to try to follow the picture, the drawing I had done underneath for the commission that got cancelled, because here, I don't know if it shows in the video, here it's much lighter than it is here, so we're gonna make that like a highlight of the fire. It's gonna be pretty. And I'm gonna try to make the fire go in a diagonal, because the shoulder is going a diagonal, so it's gonna be very dynamic. What else? So I don't know if I said it before, but I work at a cinema, and Tenant came out this week, and it's been super busy. So this is my day off, my first day off in a long time. Ooh, I'm so excited to rest up and chill. So now this looks bright, but it's going to be so much darker than the brightest color that we have on the canvas. So because it's a dull orange, it's going to make a nice shadowy color. So I'm going to add it on some of the red stippling parts. I'm going to maybe darken it. Darken it with some, it's too dark. And we'll just go with it. Go with it. Oh no, we're not going with it. Okay. We'll just make it brighter. How about this? No, it's ugly. It's ugly, it's ugly, it's ugly. So forget that. We'll just remake it. Some of this transparent yellow. Add some red. We'll add a bit of what we made. And we'll add some white. my paint is too thick, I'm gonna add some solvent just to thin it. I don't think it shows. Okay, not horrible. So I'm just gonna add in a bit of spots just to make like a shadow, like as if the fire has a shadow. And I'm following within the red stippling that I did earlier. And I have to decide where I want the red highlight to come from, probably this side of the face, but I'm not sure yet. That's not in the frame. Oh my god, it's so hard keeping it in the frame. Painting in general is hard, but it's also very easy to make something look good with paint. Like oftentimes you don't have to try really hard to make something like presentable. I used to do that in college and in university, which is a big mistake because I feel like I missed out on some opportunities just to better myself. But I'm also kind of stubborn when it comes to my education. So I always force myself to become better, even though I kind of purposely limit myself. So it's like counterproductive, and I get upset with myself after. But it's also not a big deal. Like, my life isn't over because I didn't take advantage fully of what I've been dealt so far, right? I mean, it's very easy to feel like your life is over often. I don't know, it's not a big deal. People often make something that shouldn't bother them too much. How long are we at? 34 minutes. Okay, well, this is gonna end soon because my computer can't process more than 40 minutes of footage. So it is what it is for now. I'll make a part 2, I guess. I don't know. I guess if this one does well, I'll make a part 2. Or if I'm not too busy, because obviously life gets in the way of stuff. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but just let me know. Yeah. Thanks for watching, friends.